Hello and welcome to another video about Dogecoin right here on HARRYCRYPTO. Today we'll be talking about dogs and the popular tech CEO Elon Musk. Tesla Abbas, who jokingly sees the currency as a meme, has nonetheless reiterated, the dog has plenty of potential. He's tweeted several times and support for the currency, sometimes to have a go at its overpriced beers such as Bitcoin or Ethereum. In a world dominated by a few cryptocurrencies, it's important to have currencies, such as does that enable millions of people to hold digital assets. So what does the meteoric rise in digital currencies mean for Doge? It's important to note that currencies such as Bitcoin rose over the years to become the cryptocurrency of choice after a number of setbacks, regulatory support and a continued new cycle. So it's entirely possible for Dogecoin to reach the $50 mark, but its ascent will obviously not be similar to that of Bitcoin. First of all, Doge is a crypto that is super affordable. Currently trades at around 13 cents, posting an almost 40% increase in 24 hours. If you look at the one-day chart, you can see that Doge is actually making some pretty good gains. The currency is now on an uptrend, but unlike Bitcoin, you can see that the changes in the price of Doge are not particularly large. That's thanks to the fact that the creators keep increasing the amount of Doge in circulation. This reduces the impact of any sudden spike in demand for the currency. If you look at all this a bit more critically, you'll see that the excess supply of Doge is actually keeping the currency down. But this equally means that the currency is gaining more traction than the price on the chart suggests. If, like Bitcoin, the founders restricted issuance to a few $1 million coins, the price will naturally skyrocket towards the 500,000 and why not 6,000 mark. This is exactly what happened with Bitcoin when the frenzy from institutional and corporate investors saw a huge spike in demand for the currency. So Doge is going to see its price increase. And while the dollar value might be less than other cryptocurrencies, the percentage change in its price will almost certainly be worth noting for a highly liquid currency which is popular with public opinion. It's easy to see why prices will rise in the future. What you equally don't see in the chart is that a great deal of people are interested in cryptocurrencies across the world, and that number is only set to rise over the coming years. The reason is simple: more and more people cannot invest in stocks and bonds, and given the financial system is literally flooded with cash and the returns on investments are depressed by continued central bank intervention, there is a growing interest from market actors to transition to cryptocurrencies. Also, some currencies are considered legit, and Doge is among this list. So what are the top cryptocurrencies and why has Doge featured in this list? Before going any further, there's a pretty cool article from Value, the markets, that talks about this in some detail, but stick around and we can tell you more. First of all, the major cryptocurrencies range from Bitcoin to include Tether, Ethereum, X, RP, Giordano, Polkadot, Stellar, Binance Coin, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Dogecoin and Chainlink. We all know the only currency that can be seen as a direct competition to Bitcoin is Ethereum. That's been making all-time highs recently with prices exceeding $1,600. What this means is that the price of Doge will almost certainly rise as the average investor does not have the spare cash to buy into Bitcoin or Ethereum. So this is where we see the upside for Doge, that has continued to rise despite an increase in the supply from the issuers. Well, it's always good to buy something very cheap. It's important to see the broader trends in crypto markets is what will inevitably accrue to $2 coin. Elon Musk's backing is definitely good for the currency, and it could even get to $50. So there is no secret that Elon Musk has poked fun at other cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Ethereum for being overly pricey. He's latched onto Dogecoin in order to make fun, but equally show that there are many currencies out there that are accessible and that can equally allow people to invest. There are several reasons why people are increasingly interested in cryptocurrencies, and Doge in particular. Elon Musk has tweeted before where he said Dogecoin will likely go to the moon, mimicking his objectives. For Tesla, the currency can definitely overshoot price-wise, reaching $50 due to a mix of technical and fundamental factors. For Doge, part of its appeal is its meme-like tendencies. Remember that Doge features the face of this Japanese dog, the Shiba Inu, which originated as a meme with internal dialogue that was printed in a rainbow Comic Sans font, definitely appealing. But not only did the meme take off in 2010, it was equally voted the top 10 members of the year in 2013. You might think the currency is a joke though, but the price is not a joke. Bitcoin and Ethereum equally hit all-time highs. But initially some people thought they could trade Doge on Coinbase, which they cannot. Although people like Elon Musk have been public about Doge doing quite well. It's difficult to say whether the correct state of the market can be gauged without does. So let's take a look at the Doge volume that actually stands. It's important to note that Bitcoin was equally on the rise again and does appear to be moving with it. Also, the hash panel analyzed Windows was trading at an all-time high. This was on Tuesday. If you look at the charts, you can see the Doge is probably rising a crypto wave, and the fact that it's becoming more and more popular, it's definitely going to see its price increase. Also, the Bitcoin listing on Coinbase has shown that people can definitely trade Bitcoin and not hold a whole coin for themselves. But the difference with holding a split asset is that while the losses are spread, the initial investment ought to be equally considered too high for some investor profiles. Also, Bitcoin is definitely priced to the point where no one knows whether it's driven by the demand of the supply or the fact that people are simply looking for ways to invest without government intervention. We suppose a bit of all is what determines the price of cryptocurrencies. But yes, Elon Musk, Mark Cuban are definitely talking about Dogecoin, which obviously means good things. However you choose to see it. Everyone knows Elon Musk is the billionaire investor and CEO, who equally happens to be a tech enthusiast. I mean, you don't get to Mars unless you really love technology, so we can definitely class him as a techno-futurist, and so he knows a thing or two about cryptos. Also, for those of you who think that he's simply poking fun of the currency, must actually reacted to news that a large part of Doge was held by a few people on the app Clubhouse. He said if they sold out, their positions will definitely consider buying the coin, but the legitimacy of Doge does not only come from Musk. Yes, of course, the guy has a huge following on social media. He's got over 50 million followers, which isn't bad for a tech entrepreneur. So one can say he's good for publicity, or he's simply fighting for an underdog. That will mean more and more people will be able to afford the cryptocurrency, but we all know financial markets are highly imbalanced, and we could be drifting towards a tech utopia or dystopia depending on how you see it. So while we think Doge can hit the $50 mark, it's almost impossible to say how that will happen, but it's a near certainty that the currency will continue to rise. Perhaps, as Musk said on Clubhouse, when the majority holders sell out of their positions, the currency will definitely pick up. So it could be a pretty fabulous year for cryptos, but it could be an even bigger year for Dogecoin. If you want to join in on the crypto fun, or you're looking to diversify your assets, it is logical at this point to think about diversifying into cryptocurrencies. Naturally, Doge is your best bet for crypto. It's definitely affordable, and more people are going to buy into Doge. One thing to watch for is supply. If the currency continues to see a high level of supply, it'll hit the $50 mark. But what would explain the massive breakout for Dogecoin to break out from the current levels? There will need to be the right set of factors. Obviously, if Doge is loved by Elon Musk, Mark Cuban and Snoop Dogg, whether you're a tech enthusiast, an investor, or just a regular person, you can see why the cultural trend can actually become a moneymaker. If you're trying to make it or get rich, you'll equally listen to what the billionaires have to say. So the massive breakout is definitely possible. Tweets and media frenzy will only go so long. It's possible that after more people buy the currency and there's further public spotlight, it'll be almost impossible to go around Doge. The best thing about this is that cryptocurrencies are becoming increasingly adopted across the world, and regulators are no longer cracking down as they once were. Also, after Bitcoin and a raft of new currencies have sprung up, you can definitely see the consumer habits are changing. The break for Doge might come in the next quarter or the next month. One can't pinpoint the exact date that will happen, as cryptocurrencies such as Doge move on everything from tweets to news. So the massive breakout is definitely near, or at least we think it's around the corner. But why not see for yourself? The price of the cryptocurrency has risen by more than 6,000 since its inception. So Dogecoin is the type of currency that no one sees coming. But if you're waiting for Elon Musk to invest, then you're probably as late as he was to Bitcoin, right? The next couple of days are going to be testing. But there's definitely more upside for Dogecoin. It's terribly exciting, and it might be time to get into the fun before the market takes off forever. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to leave it a like. Maybe subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications so you'd always get updates whenever we upload a new video. If you have any comments or suggestions, leave them for us in the comment section below, and be sure to check out some of our previous videos. Good luck and happy investing.